Hello and welcome to another Looking at Stuff video. This one is going to be something practical. It's something that I've actually been wanting to do, and I figure since I'm going to be doing it, I might as well record it. And as you can see, I have a bunch of classic blank VHS tapes here. Well, they're not actually blank, but once upon a time they were. And what I want to do is sort them so that the correct tape is in the correct box. Because a lot of these tapes are now well over 30 years old, and some of them aren't. Some are maybe 28 or something, but some of these are over 30 years old, getting close to 40, and they've been used a lot throughout my childhood, throughout my teen years. Even as an adult, I've digitized all of these. And, sometimes you have multiple tapes out at the same time. You put them, right, you take them out, you put one in the VCR, take out another, you just put the other two aside because you're lazy, and then later they end up in the wrong box. So, what I'm going to be doing is sorting through them, and I'll just talk a little bit about anything I see that interests me along the way. So, starting off with this apparently Fujifilm high quality 120 tape that I determined has the Guyver and Dead Ringers on it. Actually, don't really need these anymore because I've actually, I'll leave it, but obviously this can't follow the box because it actually belongs to the tape inside. So unfortunately, when I got this tape, I did not make use of the labels that come with the tape, and so all I have to determine what kind of tape it is this print directly on the tape itself, which tells me it is actually a Maxell T120 STD. STD does not stand for what you might think. It means standard. So this is definitely in the wrong box. Here you have a Maxell video cassette, standard 120, telling me that this tape should be in one of these boxes. Babylon 5, Dead Ringers, The Guyver. These are actually tapes from my teen years, because of course, I think this Babylon 5 movie is probably 25 years old now, so it's not that old, but it may be older than some of you. Alright, so I can take this off, and I need to find a Maxell standard tape for this guy. And somewhere out there's a Fujifilm tape that needs to go in here, so I'll set that aside. Let's have a better working space here. These are boxes set aside. This one appears to be in the right. See, it says Maxell, and here it says Maxell, and the print directly on the tape, I don't know if you can read it because it's kind of faint, but it says Maxell T120 STD. So this one's good. I'll set it over here where you can't see it. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is an oddity. As you see, this tape is all Star Trek Next Generation, but this would have been taped over something even older, and I can tell you why. this company, Viso Protec, look on the back, it does say Viso lifetime warranty. Viso warrants this product to be free from blah 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 for the lifetime of the purchaser. Well, they can't keep that warranty because Viso does not exist anymore. In fact, I could find absolutely no information about Viso anywhere on the internet. Nor could I find anything about Protec. But if you see it says imported by ProTurn Incorporated in Markham, Ontario, I was able to find some scant information about ProTurn. They were acquired by an American company in 1992, meaning this tape is certainly from before 1992. And the label does say Protec video cassette. I feel like it should say Viso on there too, but Protec is what we got on here. So see, that's the thing, right? We actually have another one here, another Viso. They look, oh boy, I have a lot written on here. They look pretty much the same, right? I mean, and you look on the back, pretty much the same, but you'll notice it's not just a trick of the light. This is darker font, and the box is kind of yellowish. This is a much brighter box. That is not just because, you know, this was exposed to the sun, or this was in the home of a smoker. They actually are different editions. If you look on the side, this one says full lifetime warranty. This one just says video cassette. And then the T120, this is actually a sticker, so I'm not sure what's under there. But I am not going to start peeling off, 35-year-old stickers, because it's how you start damaging things. But both of them have Protec. So somehow these tapes survived although it is upside down. I can do something about that. You can see Fluffy. It says Fluffies. It's actually a movie called Fluppies. These dogs anthropomorphic dogs, and they use like magical keys to transport through realms. This tape was actually lent to me by a guy named Jean-Paul Chiquin, and he actually taught me computer science in college. But that's not where I got it from. He lent it to me, like to my mom when I was just a kid. Anyway, unfortunately, he is no longer with us. Anyway, since they both say Protec on the tape, I'll leave them over there. Sometimes it's a real mystery to me how some tapes just got shuffled around all over the place. I know as a child I was not conscientious about putting things in back where they belonged. Yet somehow some of these tapes ended up in their correct box. So just a mystery. All right, this one just says T120 VHS video cassette. No, does it even specify a company on here? Let's see. Made in China. This video cassette is designed exclusively for use with video recorders that carry VHS. T1, it got damaged. I have no idea what company put this out. It's just a generic. Apparently I taped Call the Conqueror on this. Tape deserved better. Well, the tape itself, the sticker is VCI. But this sticker says Sony. It's got a bit of a rattle. I don't see any marking on the tape itself. Just something I think only Maxell really did. So, this is definitely not the right box. So I will be setting this tape to the side along with the other one. You can't really see them. They're off camera, but over here. Alright, here we have Kodak, high grade, haute qualité. So, obviously from Quebec, the trusted name in imaging, la marque de confiance en imagerie. My French is rusty as hell. All right. Anyway, it's Kodak, so and it's upside down. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna be turned right. This doesn't seem right either. I'm gonna say the sticker was put on upside down. No, I don't know. I'll turn it this way. It feels like the part with the clear plastic should be facing this way, but anyway. And there's a reason why these stayed matched. I really only had a few Kodak tapes, and I got them at certain times in my life, so they just kind of stayed together. I'll put that over there. It's good. Well, this one's obviously wrong. Fuji. Kodak. Now, if you remember, we have a Fuji. So, oops. That's pretty cool. You know what I do with these now? I put, when I digitized all these tapes, I put them on an external hard drive. So I actually put these things on the external hard drive to kind of give it a VHS flair, a little pizzazz. Anyway, I think it's pretty fair to say this goes in there. Fuji. Now what I was getting at earlier when I started talking about Viso is just because the brand matches, right, doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting the right tape in the right box, because some companies like Fuji or BASF were making tapes from like 76 to 96. BASF stopped doing tapes in 96. So you have like from the late 70s to the mid 90s, they went through many, many different variations in box art, in technique, different features. So you got to look carefully. And then there's the fact that sometimes the wrong stickers end up on the wrong tape, and that's where it gets really tricky. That's where you got to be a detective. All right. So anyway, there's an orphaned Kodak out there somewhere. All right. BASF. This is the company that pretty much invented magnetic tape back in the 30s, and even had a tape recorder existed in the 30s. It was just crazy expensive, so consumers didn't have it. Well, somehow the tape we have in here is BASF. It says Chrome Extra Quality right there on the label. Chrome Extra Quality. So I don't really know how, but these guys stayed together. My note. So you see these notes. Some of them, right, have these post-its from the Epix channel, which is now known as MGM Plus, and others have this tiny little post-it. The difference is, I went through all of these tapes when I had a TV set up in my garage 7 years ago. Or, wait, yeah, 7 years ago. And that's where these notes came from. These other notes came about 9 or 10, maybe 9 years ago. I went through all of these tapes in a much quicker fashion, just fast forwarding through the whole thing. And when I was in my previous home. So when you see these, it's much more thorough. But my computer where I digitized all of these, I have a extremely detailed digital document specifying every single thing on there, like even commercials. So anyway, this one can go in the good pile. Alright, this claims to be Sony. There is a marking on here actually. Doesn't really say what it is. T120S, T120 ED Max. I don't know. Oh. Kodak. I think we found where this one belongs. So that can go in the okay pile now. And now this Sony guy is the orphan. Alright. TDK QS. You know, I don't remember having a lot of TDKs. This particular look-if tape. You know, I actually really don't like this digital design. Some of these, I think, have beautiful design. I'm actually particularly fond of the Vizos. I think this is just a beautiful graphic design. I mean, it's some very unusual choices, right? Gray, yellow, some sort of aquamarine or something, cerulean blue, I don't know, and black. It's just an unusual combination, and then with the white on the background, but it somehow works. I think these BASF ones are just really lovely too. They just, I don't know, they just have a certain something. This one, however, is kind of a turn off. I don't know, I don't like the look of it. It's kind of aggressive. It's angry. I don't know. And I never really had many of these. In fact, I didn't remember having any. But of course, TDK was kind of synonymous with very high quality tape. They're very similar to, actually I didn't really talk about BASF's history other than the fact that they invented magnetic tape pretty much, but they're primarily a chemical company, and they got into tape because they made magnetic tape. And in the 70s, when home video exploded, they were already making the tape, so they just started making the cassettes, and that's how BASF, this German chemical company, became a household name. TDK, same thing, is a Tokyo chemical company. I think that's what it actually translates to. If I don't remember what it actually, I don't speak Japanese, I don't remember them, but something like Tokyo Chemical Company. And same idea, they were making magnetic tape, so they were like, well, might as well make the video cassettes as well. Anyway, on task. I have no idea if this is actually a TDK tape. It says VCI T120 HG. HG would suggest high grade. You know, I don't remember offhand if VCI is a separate company or not. I'm going to set this in the not sure pile, which will be here. We just made that up, but whatever. Okay, here we go. We have a Viso Protec, and it's a Maxell box. Oh, this tape is a wonder. Look at that. TLC, Alien UFO Documentaries. That's my kind of thing. With French Stewart. That was TLC's Alien Invasion Week 1999. I straight up taped over Bambi for this. Anyway, obviously the wrong box, but this takes me back to what I was saying earlier. This is a Viso Protec box, but the sticker, which I assume is what came with the tape itself, just says Protec. This one says Viso Protec. So, which one do you think most likely belongs in the box that says Viso Protec? Right? I would think it's this one. But I'm a little wary about doing that until I find some non-Viso Protecs, because I'm not sure I have any. I mean, you'd think, oh, sure, you sound like you know a lot about VHS. Surely you remember. If you have, I don't know everything. I haven't actually gone through this exercise ever. So anyway, this one over here, Viso Protec. Whatever's inside, it doesn't even specify what it is. It's weird. This seems to be newer than this. That's weird. I'm actually not sure what kind of tape this is. I'm going to keep an eye out for these colors. Actually, the colors kind of match. Yeah, but there's no more telling writing anywhere. But anyway, this at the very least I know belongs in here. He can go over with his buddies. Okay. So we have this orphaned Maxell GX Silver. Now, this is also in the orphan spot. So let's take a look at what we have over here. This Dead Ringers one was Maxell T120 STD. This is a Maxell GX Silver. I don't know, I feel like that would be labeled that way. Alright. VCI. I was asking earlier, is VCI something other than well, I would say that's a yes. So this also goes in the orphan pile. This one was also in the, yeah, that's the Maxell. It's VCI. Oh boy. I'm getting discombobulated over here. You just hear all sorts of sounds. Oh, alright. You know, I'm not sure. I don't feel comfortable just putting this in this. I feel that's being lazy. So this is going to go over here. Alright. What we got here is, oh, wouldn't you know it, Protec without the Viso. Protec high grade video cassette T120. And, oh boy, the glue's starting to fall apart. But you can see here, this is a Protec video cassette without any of the Viso design. It's actually a really nice design though. When I was trying to find out more information about this ProTurn company, I actually found someone on, I think it was Etsy, who took these VHS covers and used them as the covers of scrapbooks. They kind of turned them into journals / scrapbooks, which I thought was a really clever idea. Although, personally, I wouldn't destroy the cover that way. I mean, I guess if the tape is gone, you might as well put the cover to good use. I don't know. Anyway, yes, Protec warrants this product. So before Viso warranted the product, now it's Protec. Anyway, it seems to be in the correct box, so let's just put it away. More stuff. here we have Jesus Christ Superstar, another Maxell GX Silver, and a BASF tape. So, well, I clearly messed this up. This should have followed the tape. Not that it matters, it's all digitized, but I should have labeled the tapes somehow. I mean, when I was archiving, digitizing them, I should have numbered them somehow so that I could connect what's archived to the physical medium. But okay, that goes in this pile, and this is a BASF. I don't think I have any BASFs here. I should probably just leave them like this, so I don't have to. Okay. Oh boy, another TDK. Oh, and it actually says TDK, so now I know this is what the TDK stickers look like. Super Avalon. I recorded Dead Alive on here. Peter Jackson's greatest movie, I think. Interesting. Kind of remember this sticker type, but I don't remember this box type. That's interesting. Alright, well anyway, that can go in this pile, it's good. This is a, oh boy, 90s TV, Sequest, American Gothic, Charmed. Sequest, who even remembers Sequest? Anyway. Sanyo, high grade, extra high grade actually. This is a sticker. Interesting. Well, they have all kinds of things back here. So we've seen this sticker before. It was on that other one. And here's this matching sticker. The other one didn't have a matching side sticker. But that still doesn't tell me who the manufacturer of this tape is. It doesn't even say on here. It just says video cassette. Which makes me think it might go with this thing that also has no actual like company name. But it seems unlikely that it's Sanyo. Well, basically, if I can't figure out the correct place, I'm just going to put them back in whichever box, and it'll have to do, right? Like, there is the possibility that I'll not be able to match all of these up. Xena. It says Maxell Standard. And on here it says TDK 120 QS. So that goes here. And guess what? TDK 120 QS. We solved one. Now we have a free Maxell Standard. Did we not have a Maxell Standard over here? I dare say we did. I'm trying to find it. That's VCI. Here we go. Maxell 120 Standard. Something that just feels really nice about having things where they belong, returning things to the state that they were in when you first got them. I don't know, it feels like doing justice to the past and showing it you value it and respect it in a way. I don't know. Hard to explain my feelings on that, but there's something that feels right and satisfying about putting these things in right order that have been out of order for so long. It's kind of a good as new feeling. It's like restoration, but not quite. It says Maxell video cassette GX silver high quality. It's interesting. This label does not look like it would be a Maxell label because look, the color scheme is completely different, but it does say Maxell right there. So maybe they're just very inconsistent. It says Maxell 120 6X. Or is that supposed to be a GX? This is a GX. Still, the color scheme definitely doesn't match, but actually this is also GX, so I'm just going to leave them together. I have no reason to doubt it. It's just an unusual choice on Maxell's part. More tapes. We're kind of breezing through this, aren't we? Not too shabby. All right. Well, I know this tape is going to be an old one because Garfield Halloween Special and The Wickedest Witch. The Wickedest Witch was only aired one time, and it was the same year that the Garfield Halloween Special aired, which I believe was 1989. So this tape is from 89. It's 35 years old. Now, is that right? Did I math right? 34 years old. It is an RCA tape, and this is a BASF tape in here. Now, apparently Mary Poppins used to be on here. Oh, there's Jean-Paul Chiquin's name again. Well, it got taped over with Garfield and Ninja Turtles. Anyway, this is definitely not the right box, though. That said, for all I know, this is the box he lent it to me in, and there is no corresponding. There's no corresponding RCA tape. What I'm going to do, actually, is maybe just set this to the side as a further investigation required. I know, I'm pretty sure I had an RCA tape over here somewhere. Didn't I? But maybe not. Interesting, I thought I saw one. Guess I'm just confused. This is VCI, BASF. I don't know what this is. Well, yeah, that's the color scheme. As you can see, sometimes color schemes are misleading, so. Oh, wait a minute. This VCI tape has one of those underneath. So VCI here, this thing here, Sony here. I'm starting to think stickers aren't that trustworthy. Oh, wow. Well, whatever whatever this tape originally was, it came from the same place as this one. Now we know. Alright, here we go. This is a Fuji box, BASF tape. That is an orphan. Oh, right. Oh. Oops. I got clumsy. Jeez. Did it again. This is a 3M tape. You know, oddly enough, I didn't have many of these, even though Scotch, or 3M I should say, kind of lays claim in the US to inventing magnetic tape. Though they didn't invent magnetic tape. Obviously everything tape, from Scotch to magnetic, was under the purview of 3M, and they had a magnetic media division. I mean, 3M is a pretty amazing company. I'm not trying to put them down, but I'm just saying they didn't actually invent magnetic tape. Well, it's very, very hard to see because it's printed in black on black, but it says Fuji T120, and this box is Scotch 3M. So this goes here, and this guy gets to go inside this guy. Oh yeah, I guess I should transfer the sticker along with it. Now I have this orphaned Scotch box. Well, we're doing pretty good. This one is a BASF box. The tape, I recognize this design, and by now I would think you do as well, but just in case you need a reminder, it's Viso ProTech. So BASF here. Now, pretty sure. Yeah, here we go. BASF. This looks comparable in age and visual design. So, ta-da! Yeah, this guy still putting in the not sure pile. Oh boy. JVC. And that's Fuji. Do we have a Fuji? We don't have a Fuji. Alright. JVC here. Fuji over here. Alright. Here we have a Fuji. And the well, the writing here, again, I'm not sure you can see that, probably not, but it says STD T120 B040G61BP. I'm just going to put that in the not sure pile again. Here's another Fujifilm. Another completely nebulous tape. Wait, actually, there is some print there. It's just super hard to see. STD T120 E058. You know? Apparently that's just kind of how Fuji films were getting labeled. I am going to put these over here in the OK pile, but in a separate pile, because I'm not sure. Alright. We have Polaroid. And the label is Memorex. Ernest Scared Stupid. That's what's on here. Sheesh. Okay. Well, obviously Memorex and Polaroid are not the same thing, so because over here I didn't see any other Memorex or Polaroids. Oh, well, I'm wrong. Here's another Polaroid. And, guess what's in it? A BASF tape. More orphans discovered. Alright, let's see what we have over here. You know, I do have another BASF tape here, but oh wait, no. I'm confused. What do we have? We have Scotch, GVC, Maxell, and Sony Polaroids. I don't have any of that here, so what is this? Maxell GXT 120, and this is a ProTech T120 box. Now, I'm going to say this is the GXT 120, right? So, got a home. Black magnetite. Great for everyday recording. These things are beautiful. I don't mean just that brand, just blank VHS tapes in general. Alright, this one is already orphaned. It is Maxell. I don't have any Maxell, so we'll just add it to the orphan pile. It's a little disturbing that I have some tapes that are just orphaned already. Oh boy. This is a very newish Maxell standard box. And I say newish because I don't know if you can tell from the ones that I've displayed, but there is a definite change in graphic design, right? From the 80s to the 90s, right? This is 80s. This is 90s. Let's see if I can. This is 80s. This is 90s. Any questions? Right? They're just visibly very different. Anyway, and inside is this very old Cassion video cassette. I don't even know what Cassion is. Or it should be Cassion. Look at this. Huh. Do not touch the tape inside. Wow. It is really a miracle that none of these have started to decay on me. I've heard of some people, old tapes have started to demagnetize. This one is a generic T120 VHS video cassette. Oh, actually, the tape inside is TDK T120. But yeah, you can see it is a generic sold by the seller's department store. No year on this. Just sold by Zellers. So I guess you could say this is a Zellers brand. But yeah, the tape is TDK. Do I have any TDKs? No. I don't. Orphan it is. Oops. Boop. Huh. Digitized plus deleted. Not sure what my note there meant. Alright, I'm going to do one more and then end the video until a part 2. This is a BASF. We've seen this kind before. And STD T120. This is one of those Fujifilm tapes.